Yeah, good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the photoelectric effect. So the definition of the photoelectric effect says that the emission of electrons from a metal plate when illuminated by light radiation of suitable wavelength or frequency is called photoelectric effect. And the emitted electrons are called as photoelectrons. So this effect was discovered by Hertz when ultraviolet rays falls on zinc plate. So he is the scientist who has discovered the effect of photoelectric effect. Now this phenomena was experimentally verified by scientists and discovered that alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, etc. eject electrons even when visible light falls on them. So for this experiment, Millikan investigated this effect with a number of alkali metals over a wide range of light frequencies and was awarded Nobel Prize in the year 1923. So you can see this picture, Millikan receiving the Nobel Prize, and later on Einstein has described this effect experimentally. So now experimental photoelectric effects is shown in the figure. So this figure consists of two photosensitive surfaces A and B enclosed in an evacuated quartz bulb. So these A and B are the two metallic surfaces of the desired metals we can use, either alkali metals or the known elements that you know. Now, this experimental setup is completely evacuated in order to prevent the losses of energy due to collisions. Now, in this experimental setup, the plate A is connected to the negative of the battery or the potential device, and plate B is connected to the positive terminal through a galvanometer or a microammeter. So, this is the galvanometer or microammeter. So first case is in the absence of light. So when there is no light, there is no flow of current and hence there is no deflection in the galvanometer. So when there is no light, no production of electrons, so galvanometer would not read anything. Now in the second case, when monochromatic light is allowed to fall on this metallic plate A, electrons will be ejected as per the definition of the photoelectric effect from the metallic surface. So since the electrons are the charged particles and due to the potential difference between these two metallic plates, the electron starts flowing from negative terminal, which is of lower potential, to the positive terminal, which is at the higher potential. So electrons which are ejected from this metallic plate will be flowing from negative terminal to the positive terminal. Since the electrons are the charged particles and as they are moving, there will be a reading in this microammeter. And why microammeter means very few electrons will be ejected which are loosely bound. So that's why we can say that a microammeter is taken here. Now, whatever the current that we read in this microammeter is called as photocurrent. This shows that when light falls on the metal plate, electrons are ejected. And it was earlier observed that when there was no light incident on this plate, there was no reading in the micrometer. So this is the experimental observation of the photoelectric effect for various types of metals done by Einstein. So now, in order to observe the proof for this experimental setup, so initially through the classical approach, they tried to explain the photoelectric effect. So the main assumptions of the classical approach were classical physics predicts that any frequency of light can eject electrons as long as the intensity is high enough. So whatever may be the intensity of the light, it is sufficient to eject electrons. But experimentally, it was proved that there should be some minimum cutoff frequency for the light to eject the electrons. So this was a failure. Second assumption was the kinetic energy of the ejected electron should increase with the intensity of the light. So as the intensity of the light is increased, the ejected electrons and the kinetic energy should increase. But experimentally, it was proved that increasing the intensity of the light now only increases the number of the electrons emitted, but not their kinetic energy. So when we increase the intensity of the light, only the number of electrons that were ejected were increased, but not their kinetic energy. So thus the photoelectric effect is a strong evidence for the photon model of light. So on the next thing is on what factors does the photoelectric effect depends means the number of electrons that are emitted based energy depends on the potential difference between the two electrodes. So what is the potential difference that we are applying between A and B plates? Next, the intensity of the incident radiation, the frequency of the incident radiation, and the type of the photometal used. So whatever that we have explained can be seen through the small figure. So when the incident radiation was very small, there was no electrons that were ejected. So the first drawback. Second thing is, if you raise the energy of the incident electrons, the velocity of the electrons means the number of electrons ejected were also more, and their velocity will start increasing. So 2.25 electron volts, the velocity is 2.96 into 10 power 5. Similarly, when the incident energy was equal to 3.1 electron volts, the ejected electrons have a velocity of 6.2 into 10 power 5 meters per second. So the same figure in other way can be seen as when the intensity of the incident radiation was less, there was no ejected electrons. When the intensity was slightly increased, few number of electrons with lesser velocity. When the intensity was quite higher intensity, then the ejected electrons with more energy were evolved from the metal surface of the metal. So now, in order to overcome the drawback of classical approach to explain the photoelectric equation, Einstein, based on the quantum approach, has attempted to explain the photoelectric equation and the photoelectric effect. So according to Einstein, the emission of photoelectron is the result of interaction between a single photon of the incident radiation and an electron in the metal. So when a photon of energy h nu is incident on a metallic surface, its energy is used up in two ways. So first one is, a part of the energy of photon is used in extracting the electrons from the surface of a metal, since the electrons in the metal are bound to the nucleus. But you should remember that photoelectric effect is completely related to the electrons which are loosely bound to the nucleus. Now this energy W spent in releasing the photoelectron is known as photoelectric work function of the metal. And the work function of a photometal is defined as the minimum amount of energy required to liberate an electron from the metallic surface. And the second part of energy is the remaining energy of the photon is used to impart kinetic energy to the liberated electron. So the entire thing can be expressed in the form of an equation like, if m is the mass of an electron and v is its velocity, then the energy of the incident photon is equal to the work function, means the amount of energy required to remove an electron, and the kinetic energy of the electron. So this can be related as h nu is equal to energy is E is equal to h nu is equal to W, the work function, plus kinetic energy is half mv square. Now, the modification of that equation can be explained as, if the electron does not lose energy by internal collisions, as it escapes from the metal, the entire energy h nu minus W will be exhibited as the kinetic energy of the electrons. So thus, h minus W represents the maximum kinetic energy of the ejected photoelectron. And if E maximum is the maximum velocity with which the photoelectron can be ejected, then h nu is equal to W plus half m v square maximum. Instead of v, we say that v square maximum. So the amount of the velocity maximum. This is also a representation of Einstein's photoelectric equation. Now, the another form is, when the frequency nu of the incident radiation is equal to threshold frequency nu naught, means the minimum frequency of the metallic surface, kinetic energy of the electron is 0, then equation 2 becomes h nu minus h nu naught is equal to mv square maximum, or h into nu minus nu naught is equal to mv square maximum. So this is a brief discussion about the photoelectric effect and Einstein's photoelectric equation. Thank you.